Hey guys, it's Alan. Hope everybody's doing well. So today I was reading some news and ran into this very interesting article from Jalopnik. It is titled "Driving 100 Miles in an EV is now more expensive than an ICE." That is obviously a very interesting title because on the surface it's just straight up not true. So this article is written by a guy named Ryan Eric King, and it references a study from the Anderson Economic Group, which is a think tank slash consulting company. And basically, what this company does is they look at policy and they work with companies like dealerships, states, private enterprises. And I was looking on their website just to find out more about who they are. And basically, so some of the things that they propose are things like increasing taxes on electric cars, helping dealerships figure out ways how to make more money because they think that dealerships are going to lose money from electric cars. But anyway, let's get to the meat of this article, which was very interesting. I just wanted to set that background on who AEG is and why this information is very interesting. So it starts off strong. It says, no longer needing to buy gasoline is one of the most convincing selling points for potential electric vehicle customers. It's easy to conclude that owning an EV and recharging at home is cheaper than using a car powered by internal combustion engine. The conclusion is correct if a driver switches powertrains between luxury vehicles like going from Porsche Macan to an electric Porsche Taycan. And then, however, a recent report from the Anderson Economic Group found that fueling costs from mid-priced ICE-powered vehicles are lower than similarly priced electric vehicles. Combustion drivers pay about $11.29 per 100 miles on the road. EV drivers who charge up at home spend about $11.60 per 100 miles. That is factually incorrect. I've been an EV driver since for the last 3 to 4 years, basically, and with my electric rate, I pay about $12 per 1,000 miles, so they are off by 10. Um, the price difference is more dramatic for those who mainly recharge at stations. Frequently, charging station users pay $14.40 per 100 miles. Um, I rarely charge at stations. That may be accurate, especially if you're at one of those stations that charges based on the time that you're at the station. I know the cars that I've owned, Nissan Leaf, Chevy Bolt EV, and Kia Niro EV, they all have slower charging times. And in the Twin Cities, there's one fast electri- Electrify America station in Woodbury, which is nowhere near where I live. In the area that I live in, all of the charging stations max out at 50 kilowatts, and the cars that I've owned have also maxed out at 50 or 60 kilowatts. And so their charging speed is generally slower. So if you're charging based on time, then it's going to take longer to get the charge that you need, and so you're going to pay more. But for those of us who charge at home, average electricity in the United States is something like 14 cents per kilowatt hour, or per kilowatt hour, and you you take that to a 60 kilowatt you add that to a 60 kilowatt hour battery, and it's obviously not going to cost you more than an internal combustion car, because 14 times 60 is about $7 to fill up your electric car, and that'll take you 260 to 300 miles. Whereas an internal combustion engine, to get it to 300 miles, it's going to cost you somewhere $70 to $100 to do that. So it's not even close. Um, but anyway, that was just a very interesting article. So there are people out there trying to dissuade others from going into the electric vehicle market. Apparently, Jalopnik is on that boat. So whenever you're out there looking at information about electric cars or any other mode of transportation, just do your research before making a decision. Do the research on your own, and don't trust companies out there without understanding what their agenda is and what they are trying to gain by posting the articles that they post. AEG has customers that they need to look after, and a lot of those customers benefit from selling internal combustion engine vehicles. Thank you. Hope everybody's doing great. Have a good night.